Welcome to Game Night in the PCC on the Region Sports Network, streaming live on the internet at regionsports.com, facebook.com/regionsports, and youtube.com/regionsports. We come to you from Kouts High School as Region Sports Network presents the Hebron Hawks taking on the Kouts Mustangs in a PCC Boys Hoops Showdown. I'm Jack Thiel. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's broadcast. Joining me with the color analysis is Doug Nelson. Doug, you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, of course I did. I ate too much yesterday at Mom and Dad's, and it was a great day with family.
Well, I hope you save some room for the treat we have for the fans tonight. A really great rivalry in the PCC. Two teams that really want to have that win, want to have that bragging rights over one another. The Kouts Mustangs, we'll talk about them first. It's going to be a very interesting year for them. A lot of transitioning, a lot of younger guys at the helm. Kind of, you go all the way a couple of years back on that state championship team and kind of in that rebuild mode. They're a young team, but that also gives them a lot of potential to get these young kids ready for the years to come.
Yeah, of course. Coach Duzan's been doing this a while. Last year they lost at the semi-state level to Marquette Catholic and, lost some experience, but, you've got that culture.
Yeah.
Coach Duzan's been here for 9 years, and he's built that culture of winning. They expect good things, and he's got good guys, and they come from good families. So they'll be okay down the road. Might take their lumps early on in the year, but down the road, when it counts, they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, for Kouts, they have only one senior on their varsity team. It's Chase Trumbo, the 6'2". He's also one of their tallest players on the team. He is going to be playing in a pivotal role, not just on the court, but off the court as a leader.
Yeah, and that's we talked about in football. That's as important as anything, right?
Yeah.
So, it's going to be fun to watch these guys develop, and that's kind of the fun of this conference. These guys, there's no secrets. They've grown up together. They've played each other in middle school, and it's how it's supposed to be.
The Hebron Hawks poised for a big year. This is a team with a lot of talent. They basically returned everybody from last year's teams besides one player, but their biggest contributors are back in the starting lineup, and it's going to be the guy who's one of the best players in the PCC, Landon Hale. In his first game this year on Tuesday, they defeated DeMont Christian 52-33. He had 19 points. You're going to hear a lot of Landon Hale's name tonight, but this is a Hebron team that is poised for a huge year.
Yeah. Last spring, my brother and I, Dustin and I, helped out the Region Rebel AAU program.
Okay.
And Landon plays for them, and that was the first time I was around Landon. But
yeah,
what an amazing! I'm very impressed with him, his skills, and just like he said, his hard work, his commitment to his game. He's going to be fun to watch this year, and I think he's going to be one of the better guys in the PCC, as you mentioned, and they're going to make Hebron a very tough out.
Absolutely, and it's not just Landon Hale. You go at Ben Kenda, 6'7" senior. He's going to play a pivotal role, especially down low. He was first in blocks in the PCC last year. And also another guy, Trevor Roy, the senior point guard, a guy who likes to pass the ball a lot. He had, I believe, 4 assists in their last game against DeMont Christian. He also had 4 steals to go along that as well. A very experienced team as well. A team that's been up and down, but they haven't beat Kouts since 2017. It's been up and down for them. It's been a rivalry Kouts has owned the past couple of matchups, but like we said, Hebron, they've got a great support tonight with all their fans here, and the type of team they have, this could be the start of something special.
Well, again, it's as we talked a little bit about off air, it's a little early for a conference game, but it's always important to get off on the right foot. You
Absolutely.
Jump out 1-0, but to be able to do it here, and it's a beautiful night outside. After the holiday, there's people in from out of town, as we were talking about, and it's a nice crowd, and it's a good game.
So give me your keys to the game for the Kouts Mustangs. I think the biggest storyline tonight is going to be the size disadvantage. With their tallest player being about 6'1", 6'2", you go to the Hawks, their tallest player is 6'7", and they have other guys who are 6'6", 6'5". If you're the Kouts, what do you need to do to get that win tonight?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things, and it's going to come down to how they defend, how they want to defend the post players. Like you're talking about with 6'7" and Hale, Landon is able to step out and shoot the 3 and play inside. But you got to put a lot of pressure on the ball. You know, so you got those 3-point shooters of Hebron that they're going to have to contest. But the more you do that, that opens up the inside. So, as we mentioned, Coach Duzan and his staff, they've been at it a while, and I'm sure they have a good game plan and see how they're going to, and be ready to adjust if things don't go their way early on.
What are your keys for Hebron? Because I feel like they're feeling really confident going into this game. They know they got that size advantage. You do have Landon Hill, one of the best players in the area. How do you make sure you don't let that all get to your head and forget there's a basketball game going on?
Well, again, there's going to be jitters on both sides, but you just play through it. And as you mentioned, the Kouts side, a lot of these guys are pretty new at this level.
Yeah.
And for Hebron, a lot of these guys are returning, so they've been here. They've done it. They play all summer, but it's another thing to play in a full gym and when the bright lights are on. So just don't shoot yourself in the foot. Stay on the ground. Stay out of foul trouble and just play the game.
Well, we're just getting started here at Kouts High School. There's a keg on the line. It's in our middle court right there, and the winner is going to have that one. It belongs to Kouts for right now, as you can see. We'll get a picture of it later probably. You got a black and some gold on it. The Hawks would love to secure that keg and have it with them. But we're just getting started here. Tip-off in about 8 minutes live here from Kouts High School. But we're going to take a break here. It's our game night in the PCC on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack & Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Nick.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Back here for our game night in the PCC. A big thank you for joining us on this Friday night. Myself, Jack Thiel, we got Doug Nelson calling the game, Matt Welson producing, and Zach Zanelli on the camera. It's Black Friday, a little treat for all the fans out there. Getting the basketball season started. It's our first Region Sports basketball broadcast of this year. Got a couple wrestling ones in this past week. We got one last football tomorrow with the Crown Point Bulldogs playing in the 6A state championship. But boy, am I glad to say we're kicking off the basketball season in grand fashion. What's better than a PCC rivalry? This place is absolutely buzzing, a great crowd on hand, and what should be a great game. Although we are inside, it is time for the Friday night forecast, which is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Well, it is nice and cozy in here, but if you are outside, it's 31 degrees and partly cloudy, so stay warm in those homes. But that's the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Although we haven't started yet, at halftime we'll have our Homeland Farm halftime show. We'll go over this game and some other scores in the region, as we're almost out here, just a minute until tip-off, as both teams were doing their warm-ups and made their way back to the locker room. Now you got the band playing for Kouts High School. But, Doug, it should be a really fun game. Feel like it's one of those. It doesn't matter who's on each team or what the records are. These teams want the bragging rights, and you're going to see an all-out effort from both sides.
Yeah, again, that comes with this conference, the Porter County Conference. Yeah. There's a lot of effort, and that's what, a lot of people from the Duland or other conferences, they kind of look down on these smaller schools. I welcome any team, any coach, any fan of Indiana basketball to come to any PCC game and tell me you're not impressed. I think it's just it's the conference that everyone else tries to emulate, and you can't do it because it's genuine. It's generations of people, and it's just a fun to watch. And like you said earlier, it's no better place to start our winter season for basketball than right here at Kouts.
Yeah. Both of these teams, they played their first game on Tuesday night. It went well for one team. For the other team, it didn't go too well. For the Hawks, they won their first game against the Mock Christian 52-33. Before Kouts, they lost their first game against Ileana Christian 58-42. So the Hawks looking for their second win of the year. For the Mustangs, they're looking for their first win of the season. Getting set here as our public address announcer. Getting ready to almost announce those starting lineups for both teams. We'll let you know who those are. But still, I mean, this place is packed. The balcony, which is behind us, packed. You've got the two sections right here, one level, absolutely filled to the brim. The parking lot I got here was filled to the brim. I mean, it's just fun to see basketball.
Student
like
section
this.
on both ends, you know.
It's fun to watch basketball games when it's got this type of atmosphere, as right now will be the national anthem. About to be set here. All we have to do is set those starting lineups and tip off, and we're ready to go. But once again, a big thank you for making us a part of your Friday night. We hope you've had a fun and safe Thanksgiving. They'll be announcing the starters for the Hawks first, the visiting opponents, although they don't feel like the visiting team tonight. There are a lot of Hawks fans here tonight.
Yeah, again, this is just right down Route 8, you know, maybe a 15, 20-minute ride. And like we said, we're getting lucky with this weather that we've had, and perfect weather to drive. And like we mentioned, we saw a couple deer on the way down here from North Porter County. So
all I saw were dark roads and Christmas lights, Smut. A great way to enter the town, but here are the starting lineups. We'll go with the Hawks first, as they just got announced. It's got Landon Hale. We're going to talk about a lot of him tonight. Josh Kenda, Trevor Roy, Peter Sassi, and Ben Kenda. Those are your starters for the Hebron Hawks. And now the Mustangs will announce their starting lineup. So here's how the Kouts Mustangs will start their game. It's going to be the 5'8" sophomore Lucas Kleckner. It's going to be the junior Owen Garvolia. You got the junior Ryan Rosnowski, Jesse Overholt, and then who's going to play a huge part, especially down by the paint, 6'2", Chase Trumbo. He's going to be pivotal. That's your starting lineup for the Kouts Mustangs. And we're set to tip off here. PCC action. It's our game night in the PCC. Josh Kenda and Trumbo at the tip, and tips that right to Roy. Roy, the pass, that one tipped out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Hawks. So quick action right away.
Yeah, again, it's going to be I think Kouts in the past has really wanted to get up and down the floor. They want to run, and we'll see how they do that. And as small as they are, they're probably going to want to attack from outside.
Yeah, Saucy now with it up top. Trevor Roy with it. Off the screen, now goes to, that one is Hale, and Hale drives. He's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Landon Hale, he's poised for a huge senior year. He's poised to lead this Hawks team. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
See, that's the problem with trying to guard him, is if you guard him with a guard, he'll post you up. If you guard him with a big guy, he's just going to drive right around you like he just did. So
yeah,
he's just got to convert at the free throw line, but that's why he's the handful that he is.
And hits that free throw, so goes 1 and 2 from the stripe. Lucas Kleckner now with the basketball for those Mustangs.
So both teams starting out in half-court man-to-man D.
Yeah. Trumbo with it up top, back to Kleckner. And that one goes up top. Rosnowski inside to Trumbo, back with the Kleckner. You can see that paint area is going to be really tough for them. Mid-range 2, offline, secured by Hale. Hale quickly gives it to his point guard. Roy dribbles around, up top. Hale. Actually, now it's going to go to Sorcy.
He's got to keep his dribble. When he come off that pick and roll, you can't just dribble one time and pick it up. You got to keep your dribble. Look for the roller, look to penetrate yourself.
A lot of passing around. Roy with the basketball. Nice move to his left, drives and lays it in. A nice play right there by the senior Trevor Roy. And the Hawks now lead by 3.
That was a good job. He didn't accept the screen.
Yeah.
He went weak side to the baseline.
And there's a travel right there. That's just the Overholt. Thought about the three-pointer, but maybe should have taken that shot. Turnover by the Mustangs.
And you see also, not only is Hebron big, but they're active.
Yeah.
They're getting out on the perimeter and kind of forcing Kouts to speed up a little bit here right now.
Saucy with the basketball. Off the screen, now gives it to Kenda. There's 2 Kendas on the team, actually. Right back to Kenda. The floater, no good. In and out, and there's going to be a foul. They're going to get Trevor Roy with that. Try to come from behind and steal the ball, but made some contact.
Yeah,
second foul of the game, but it's going to be the team's first.
You're okay with aggressive fouls, but not 90 feet down the floor, right?
Mm-hmm. It is tricky, though. I mean, you are being aggressive in the sense of trying to sneak from behind and steal the basketball. We see it a lot in college, in the NBA, but you're right. You're 90 feet away from the basket, and that one's blocked right there. That's Josh Kenda and the all-around effort. And it's going to be a foul on Owen Garvalia.
Yeah, good hustle.
Yeah. That was Josh Kenda on the block. He had a block in that win on Tuesday against Demont Christian.
Garvalia's got 2 fouls already.
And that's going to be the thing for Kouts. How many times can they avoid having their shot not blocked? How can they avoid that being with that size disadvantage for them? That's the big key.
Yeah, you got to be patient.
Yeah. Roy drives inside.
That's a charge.
And count it. What a play right there.
That's
no
a player
charge.
control foul, yeah.
They're going to call it a charge, actually, on Trevor Roy. An all-around effort. Now that's Trevor Roy's second, actually, as well. So early fouls for both teams. Trevor Roy is a huge part on that offense. They're going to take him out. Now it's going to be number 10, Aiden Baugren. So score is still 3-0 Mustangs. There's a three-pointer. Kleckner misses off the back iron. And there's a rebound, but it's going to be a jump ball. That was number 14, Caden Spagna. But Kenda just comes from behind and grabs it. The arrow faces the Mustangs' way, so they'll get the ball on the baseline.
Spagna was trying there. The bigger guy just took it right from his hands, didn't he? He's competing, though. He's battling.
Yeah, that was Josh Kenda for the Hawks. Wisnowski now with it. Kleckner now up top. Kouts looking for their first points. Rosnowski almost loses it, gets it back. Back to Kleckner up top, off the screen of Trumbo. Really nowhere to go. The point guard trying to find something.
A lot of 4 out, 1 in.
Inside to Trumbo. Trumbo block, gets his own rebound. Able to secure it and passes it back outside. Kleckner. And
he palmed it.
Yep. Another turnover for the Mustangs, but you can tell the struggles they're going to have inside the paint. They tried to get it in there. They got it in there, a shot, and it was blocked.
Yeah. If they're trying to dribble penetrate, the defense is always there.
Yeah.
When you're running a 4-out, 1 in, the guy guarding the 1 in is going to be blocking shots.
Absolutely. And look at that. A beautiful pass. Ben Kenda on the finish. The 6'7" senior. He had 4 points and now went on Tuesday. 5-0. Hebron leads. And there's another turnover by the Mustangs, an errant pass.
Coach Suzanne wants a timeout.
And this is, I mean, you mentioned it right there. This is a much-needed timeout for the Kouts Mustangs. That has been all Hebron here early in the first quarter. They lead 5-0. We'll take a break here on our game night in the PCC as you're watching this on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Centrally located.
Back here as they come out of timeout, you know, if you're Kouts, what are you saying in that timeout? Because obviously nothing has gone well for you in the early going, and you're down 5-0 early.
Yeah, just calm down. You know, breathe. Let's slow down a little bit. Young people, as soon as they get a little nervous, they just dribble. Mm-hmm. They start. That's their first instinct.
Yep.
Just slow down and move the ball and reverse it side, top side, and see what we can get open.
And there's there's travel right there by Balgren. He came in for Trevor Roy, point guard, 2 early fouls, so he's on the bench right now. I think you talked about in that pregame, a couple of jitters from both sides. We've seen a couple of, self-turnovers that you hate to see as a coach.
Yeah, but like I said, if you're Kouts, just move the ball. Make Hebron move side, top side, and see if you can get their defense out of position a little bit.
Yeah, Rosnowski now with it, calling for a screen. He's going to give it to Kleckner up top.
You see they're being very patient.
Kleckner deep, 3, top of the key, and he swishes it home. The first basket of the night for the Mustangs comes from the 5'8" sophomore. 5-3 they trail now. Here come the Hawks quickly.
Hebron might want to start going over the top of that ball screen on him. Instead of they're going below and, waiting for him to roll.
Well, there's a 3 by the Hawks off the back iron, no good. Secured by Rosnowski, pushes the pace up the court. Top of the key now, Kleckner now with it. He's quick, he's fast, driving inside. Step back, 3, no good. A nice move though by the guard. Hale has secured the rebound. Balgren now with it for the Hawks. Gives it to Hale. Hale calling for a screen. Moves to his left. Inside to Kenda. Kenda moves, misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. And that's where that 6'7" size is going to come into factor tonight. Able to miss a close shot, but get your own rebound and put it back in.
Yeah, you have Hale and Kenda just doing a pick and roll with themselves. Mm-hmm. How do you guard that if you're Kouts?
It's going to be a challenge for these Mustangs.
Yeah, you got to try to jam their cutter and don't let him get where he wants to be. He traveled.
And there's a travel right there. Another turnover, that one on Jesse Overholt. So it's good by the Mustangs to get that 3, but you got to be able to build off of that shot. Not allow the Hawks to get a couple baskets.
Yeah.
You kind of talked about shooting yourself in the foot. Make it a 2-point game. You make them miss a shot, but then they get their own rebound. They put it back in, and then on the other side, you travel, and there's another travel, this time on the Hawks, on Kenda.
That's a spin move that the officials are really looking at this year. We have good officials here tonight. Jeff Nix, Raleigh Phil, and Jeff Rohde. They've all done state championship games. I mean, they're very, very good. We're lucky to have these guys tonight.
Absolutely. It's a good call as well. Sometimes it's hard to see that on that spin move. It happens so fast.
Right.
Kleckner with the basketball now, Rosnowski. Spagna goes up top to Overholt. Overholt to Trumbo. Trumbo driving inside, moves up, and no good. Good defense right there. That was Ben Kenda. on a defensive effort. All the way across. That one's up. That one is good. Landon Hale knocks down the tray. He has 4 points now in the game, and the Hawks extend their lead. It's 10-3.
It's just they have so many options with the towers inside and Hale outside and inside, and the defensive pressure they're putting on the perimeter down here. You see, Kouts is a little helter-skelter.
Trumbo for three, and he hits the three. Big time make right there by Chase Trumbo, the 6'2 senior. 10-6 the score is now as we're nearing the end of this first quarter. Going inside, there's a steal by the Mustangs. Rosnowski now with it. Almost stolen, still has it. Driving inside, puts it up, it's blocked. Landon Hale was right there. Pulls up for three, rattles in. A big time make right there. Spencer Winsma, he had 8 games, or 8 points I should say, in the previous game.
I don't know, they just gave a warning to the bench. I don't know what that happened, but
yeah, and the Hawks now lead 13-6. It's raining threes here early.
Well, like we said, we thought the guys would get up and down the floor, and I'm really happy that Hebron is playing as quickly as they are, as big as they are. When teams get big, they tend to slow down a little bit, right?
Under a minute now. Trumbo with it. Rosnowski now. In that frame of Landon Hale is just hard for a lot of guys to get past. Kleckner drives inside. He's going to be fouled. That's Aiden Balgren who will be charged with the foul.
I think if you're Kouts, that's what you have to do. If you notice there, they had the Hebron big guys away from the basket.
Yeah.
And they allowed the little guy to drive baseline and collect the foul. But you got to find a way to get to occupy all the big guys on the perimeter.
13 foul on the Hawks. Trumbo on that corner. Kenda's on him, now up top. Rosnowski on the wing, drives near the free throw line. And the pass, and it's stolen. Landon Hale on the steal. Gives it to his point guard, Balgren. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Coach Grennis is holding up in one finger. He wants one shot here.
Yeah, no shot clock in high school. You kind of take all the time you want. And
yep, you got the lead in the ball. Why not?
Good feeling Landon Hale might end up with the basketball here at the end.
Well, they have more than one option. There's a roller right there if they want it.
Winsma, and there's a travel by Winsma.
That's the kind of one that makes your coach. That ages you right there. It was unnecessary.
You talked about it. They were waiting for the last shot, and now Kouts has a chance at the last shot.
Yeah, it's that momentum. It doesn't seem like much, but it's that momentum. The last couple seconds of the quarter and the beginning of the new quarter.
Kleckner's got to make some work. Move, mid-range, up and good. What a play. Lucas Kleckner putting on the moves, looking like Allen Iverson out there to end the first quarter. With the Hebron Hawks, they lead by 5. It's 13-8 as we'll transition into the second quarter. But you're watching our game night into PCC here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Start of the second quarter here at Kouts High School for our game night in the PCC. The Hebron Hawks, though, lead 13-8. It's been a good one so far. Jack Field, Doug Nelson, Matt Wilson producing. Zach Snelly on the camera. Corner, three, no good. But on over the back foul by the Hawks. And while you do have that size disadvantage, it allows you to create those types of fouls when you box out and create that over the back. Oh, actually,
they called it on the block out. Number 14, Cole Spagna, I thought he did a great job of blocking out, and the Hebron kid was coming over the back.
Like an over the back foul. Nevertheless, it's going to stay with the Hawks on the baseline.
Interesting call there.
Another three on the wing. There's a foul, and that one's going to go against Chase Trumbo. Not on the shot, though. It's on the ground.
On the rebound. I think the Kouts has just got to remain their composure here. You got to play through these. Sometimes the refs' calls aren't going your way. You just got to keep playing and play through it. It evens out at the end.
So another pass on the baseline. Up top, Kenda. Inside to other Kenda. The Kenda brothers playing together. And there's to the corner, now to the wing. Driving inside, and there's an errant pass. It wasn't tipped. It'll be Mustangs basketball.
If you're Coach Duzan, that's what you want. You want stops and scores, right? You got to try to limit them down there and convert on this end.
And a good response by the defense, just because you had those two fouls called on you that could have been questionable. You didn't let those get the best of you.
Yep. You got to play through it.
Lucas Kleckner with the basketball. He's been the bright spot for the Mustangs tonight. Kleckner now on the wing, makes a man miss the foul, and hits the three. Lucas Kleckner has a chance for the 4-point play. Man, can this kid play some basketball?
Yeah, that's kind of the cardinal sin. You don't want to foul a three-point shooter. You don't want to foul any jump shooter, but let alone a three-point shooter. But you can tell early on he's active and wants to shoot the ball.
And converts. A big-time make right there. Not only a 1-point game, it's 13-12. Give credit to Kouts. They are not going away. And there's a three on the wing for the Hawks. That one's no good. And there's the over-the-back foul.
There it is. I think if you're Hebron, you got to slow down and remember what got you where you're at. You got to get the ball back inside and take advantage of your size. They like to shoot from the perimeter, which I'm all for. I was always, as the coach, I love to shoot the three, but tonight you've got a huge advantage inside. You got to take advantage of it.
They're going to call that on Josh Kenda. So Kouts a chance to take the lead on this possession. And another make right there. 15-13, the Mustangs lead. What a game right now. And a three by the Hawks. And that one goes down. Spencer Winsmaw knocks down the tray.
So, looks to me Kouts is just setting up high ball screens, and Hebron's going to have to hedge or something, get over the top of those screens.
Rosnowski, and there's the turnover. So it'll go now. Hawks basketball, 16-15. Hebron leads. I'll tell you what, though, Lucas Kleckner, he's a hidden gem right now.
He's a sophomore, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we talked about.
I mean, the quickness he has, the ability to create open shots, a nice pass inside, and Landon Hale finishes it for two.
A little backdoor play. Yep. They're over pursue a little bit.
Well, there's Kleckner. Number 54, Eli Harper. Back up top to Rosnowski, to Kleckner on the wing. Now back up top. Kleckner back to Rosnowski. Goes to the corner of Overholt. Back up top to Kleckner. Asking for the screen. Goes to his right. A little bit of a step back, but nothing there. Harper now hands it off. Overholt now back to Kleckner.
You see they've gone more 5-out offense.
Yeah.
They don't, the 4-out, 1 in. Like I said, the defense was there. Sitting there to block shots, so just get them out of the way and let them clear out.
Another three, no good, and that's rebounded right there. Number 30 on the grab, Peter Sassi. Sassi with it, goes to Trevor Roy, back in the game after those two early fouls. There's another three, and swoosh. Peter Sassi with the long range make, and the Hawks now lead 21-15. This team can shoot.
Yeah, Sassi's a sophomore. And again, that was just, they went through the high post. Went corner to high post and the opposite corner.
There's a mid-range shot off the back iron, no good. Hale pulls down the rebound. Trevor Roy with the basketball now. Roy, Corner, Saucy, 3, no good. Rebounded right there by Harper. Kleckner with the basketball. Corner over Holt, and he hits it. Great ball movement right there by the Mustangs. Overholt hits his first 3 of the night, 21-18.
Good action here, up and down.
Absolutely. Landon Hale now with it. Near the free throw line, back outside. Saucy back to Hale up top.
They're a little out of sorts.
Hale driving inside, kicks it to the corner, 4-3 off the iron, and rebounded by Rosnowski, but he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, Hebron's a little one-sided. The ball's over on the right. A lot of people were over on the right-hand side of the floor, and the 2 posts were standing next to each other down here.
And a timeout called by the Hawks. But a great game it's been so far, 21-18, a lot of 3-pointers. Stay tuned, it's our game night in the PCC here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
How far would you go to relive another Friday night under the lights? Well, lucky for you, you don't need to go that far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, the heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Friday Night Lights so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Out of the timeout, 21-18, the Hawks lead. Inside to Kenda. Near that free throw line, kicks it back outside. Hale calling for a screen, moves to his left, to the corner. Kouts playing great defense right now. Hale with it. Now to Kenda. Back to Hale up top. Hale, he's going to pull the trigger. Nothing but nylon. Landon Hale knocks down another 3 here in the first half. A 6-point lead now for the Hawks.
Again, I think that's a shot he can get anytime. I would like to see Hebron try to get the ball inside a little bit more, convert.
There's a cut inside, almost a steal. The Mustangs able to get the basketball back. Kleckner now with it, trying to drive inside, off the glass, just out, but the ball is for grabs. The Hawks have it. They're pushing up the pace. Trevor Roy driving inside all the way across. That one's for 3. No good. Rebounded. Landon Hale another 3. And you got it. Landon Hale knocks down another tray. 27-18. And this is why Landon Hale is one of the best players in the PCC.
Again, I think he's a matchup headache for any team you're trying to guard him.
Absolutely. Kleckner, mid-range. Oh, no, passes it to Fisher. To the corner, Rosnowski. And there's an errant pass. Oh, they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, he got bailed out. He didn't need to do that.
They're going to get Ben Kenda on that one.
Kenda got a little handsy. He didn't have to do that whatsoever. But, again, you got to remain patient on defense, too.
Yeah.
You know.
9-point lead for the Hawks. That's their third team foul. About 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Not too many breaks in this one.
No, we've been going pretty. I like the flow.
Yeah, great flow so far to this game.
With the new foul rules here, it hasn't been a lot of fouling going on.
Kleckner drives inside, floats it in for 2 points. Man, this kid's impressive.
Yeah, nice little sophomore.
27-20. Valgren inside, that's Hale. Hale drives inside and lays it in.
No.
And Landon Hale is getting very comfortable right now.
Well, again, yeah, they're doing a good job of feeding him when he's hot. He's got a mismatch on him right now.
Kleckner, step back 3 off the back iron. Kenda pulls that one, and there's a foul.
He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, no, he stepped out of bounds, actually. Good call right there. That's where you don't wish you were that tall.
Yeah.
The shoe size would have been a little smaller there. As Fisher comes out.
Good problem to have, though. I never had that problem, Jack. Vertically challenged.
Eli Harper comes out. Now Trumbo back in for the Mustangs. And it goes inside to Trumbo. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back outside. Kleckner. Drives that baseline. Goes to Trumbo. Spin move. But there's a travel.
Yeah. He didn't realize how open he was. That's when your big guys catch it, first thing you do is catch it and chin it, see what's going on around you.
You make that spin move, you're like, oh, I got all this room, and forget to dribble the basketball.
There's no one on me.
29-20, Balgren with the basketball for the Hawks. Top of the key now. Open on that wing, in and out. Rebound by Kleckner. Kleckner pushes the pace. Inside, Trumbo, and he misses, but rebounded. A nice outlet pass right there over Holt. It's a three. It's a two-pointer.
Yeah.
They call it a two-pointer. A great call right there by the officials to see where his toes were at, but great ball movement by the Mustangs, 29-22.
Like number 14, Cole Spagna kept that one alive and got the assist there, too. It's those second opportunities. You got to limit those.
And Landon Hale. It's Hale in threes out here.
There you go, Jack.
I mean, I believe he's made every three-point attempt this game. He has been as advertised. Kleckner drives in, and Lucas Kleckner.
With his left
What
hand.
a finish. And we got a battle right now. There goes Landon Hale, mid-range two, and that was good.
These guys are going back and forth.
Landon Hale, I mean, you can't stop him. You have to try to at least contain him. Inside, and there's a steal. And Landon Hale with the basketball. Now it's Saucy. Back to Hale. Hale with it, drives to his right. He'll give it back, and they might be holding last shot here.
Trying again.
Balgren with the basketball. It's a 10-point lead, and almost a steal right there.
If you're Kouts, you got fouls to give before they get to the bonus, so that's not a bad foul.
That'll be their 13th foul.
You want to get up there and be aggressive, make something happen. Don't let them hold the ball for 18 seconds here. And
make sure to stay tuned. Coming up at half, it's the Homeland Farm halftime show presented by Homeland Farm in Valpo. Myself and Doug Nelson will break down the first half of this one, so don't go anywhere. So Balgren, and almost looked like he tried to foul there. Drives inside, kicks it to Kenda inside, loses the basketball, fighting for it, tipped out of bounds off of the Mustangs. It's going to be Hawks basketball, 4.4 seconds to go.
This might be something Coach Grendis and his coaching staff work on maybe next week is, those scenarios of
they got to hurry.
The ball.
Hale with it, 2-1, and no good. So Landon Hale misses his first three-point attempt of the night. Nevertheless, that kid's on fire. And the Hebron Hawks, they lead 34-24 as we go to halftime. We'll take a break here on our game night in the PCC, but just a reminder, when we come back, it'll be the Homeland Farm halftime show from Kouts High School. But you're watching this on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack & Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Back here at Kouts High School for our game night in the PCC. It's now time for the Homeland Farm halftime show. A big thank you by them for supporting PCC basketball on the Region Sports Network. The Hebron Hawks lead 34-24. Doug, a lot of action so far. We'll start with the Hawks. It's been what's been advertised about this team. Landon Hale, a little quiet first quarter, but really took over in that second quarter, especially from the three-point line.
Yeah, Landon, it took him a while, like you said, to get moving, but, the more aggressive he is, I think the better he's going to be. I think, we don't know how high his ceiling is. He's a really good kid, and he's kind of humble. Sometimes you need to forget about that a little bit and go get yours, so especially when you're capable of doing it. So, but he, somewhere down the road, someone will do something to try to slow him down or run a trap at him or something, and he's good at moving the ball as well. So he's a great passer also.
If you're the head coach for the Hawks, what are you saying in that locker room? You got a 10-point lead. You want to win this game. I know sometimes you try to play a little conservative. You let your foot off the gas a little bit. If you're the Hawks, what do you do in the second half to keep this momentum going and get the win?
Yeah, I don't think, and we've seen this, we've talked about it in football games and everything else. I think you got to sprint through the finish line. Okay. I don't think you coast. You don't slow down. So, no, you keep your foot on the gas, but like I mentioned there in the second quarter a little bit, I would like to see the ball get to the inside, take advantage of your height advantage, and then that'll open up the outside even more. You have to decide, Jack, you got to be able to see the difference between a good shot and a great shot. There's some threes you can get open anytime, right? But let's see if we can get the ball inside, get in the paint, and then that would, open up things on the outside again. So just decide between good shot, great shot, and go from there.
For the Kouts Mustangs, we were wondering, what are we going to see from this team? Obviously coming off a loss on Tuesday and not having a size advantage tonight. Well, it's the smallest kid on the court that's making the most magic out there. Lucas Kleckner, the speedy, the quick point guard, only a sophomore. He's knocking down threes, and he's driving inside on guys who are almost a foot taller than him.
Yeah, he's making things happen. He's fun to watch. And, as we talked about, when with high school sports and college for that matter, when you're dealing with youth, you're going to deal with inconsistency.
Yeah.
So some nights he's going to look like, Division I, and some days he looks like JV. So, he's going to be fun to watch and fun to develop. And if I'm Coach Suzanne and his staff, I just let him go and keep setting those ball screens and, being a fit for the opposing defense.
Yeah, that's going to be, I think, the biggest question going into the second half is, what can they find out of Kleckner? Because I'm sure that's what Hebron is talking about at halftime. Hebron is like, look, he can't do all the stuff. Someone else is going to have to beat us.
Right.
And they're going to probably pay a little bit more attention to him. So it'll be interesting how Hebron responds to Kleckner in that amazing first half by the 5'8" sophomore. But it's been a fun one here. Of course, a big thank you to Sentier Bank for being the official studio of all Region Sports shows that you can view on Facebook, YouTube, and regionsports.com. A big thank you to Strachan Van Til. They are our hometown scoreboard sponsor. It's your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com. And stay tuned after the game as we'll name our Corral Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. They have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 p.m. in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. We'll name our Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. You can earn while you earn with Boilermakers Local 374. And we'll do our proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters, where you can build your future. Learn more at IKORCC.com. It's been a fun first half here at Kouts High School, but we're about 2 minutes away from the second half. But this has been the Homeland Farm Halftime Show presented by Homeland Farm in Valparaiso. A big thank you to Homeland Farm for supporting PCC basketball here on the Region Sports Network. We'll be back after this quick break. It's our game night into PCC on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Sentier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Sentier branch today or visit us on the web at sentier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Sentier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Getting set here in the second half for our game night into PCC. Thank you for all joining us. I'm Jack Thiel, alongside me, Doug Nelson, Matt Welson producing, Zach Snelly on the camera. We got Zach Miller back in our studio helping out as well. A big thank you to everybody contributing to a great broadcast tonight. The first basketball broadcast of this young and new season as it kicked off on Tuesday night for a lot of teams. And what better way to kick off a PCC rivalry? The keg is on the line tonight. The Hebron Hawks want that keg. They got a good chance. They're up by 10 right now.
And that's a big deal down here.
Yeah.
You'll see them celebrate that when they when this one's done. But what a great place to start our winter season, like I said before, and it's just very fitting.
And not to worry our viewers, it is a water keg.
Yeah,
we gotta make sure on that one. As the Kouts Mustangs will start with the basketball here in the second half. Kleckner now with it. Gives it to Rosnowski. Overholt, the Kleckner. To Trumbo now. He's got Garvalia back though. Kleckner. Rosnowski inside to Trumbo. Back to Rosnowski, mid-range two. No good. Secured by the Hawks. Trevor Roy kicks it to Hale. Hale soars and lays it in for two. A wide open layup.
Yeah, not only one of the bigger of the guys on the court, but able to get beat the crowd down the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can beat your defender down the floor, that's the easy way to get 2 points.
Yep. Up top, Rosnowski mid-range two near the free throw line, and that one's good. A nice looking shot right there.
Yeah, pretty patient too.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem forced.
And that's what you want to see outside of Kleckner. Plays like that, wide open, mid-range twos. Although you like three-pointers, you got to maybe get those wide open twos first.
Sure.
Saucy back up top. Hale with it. Hale to Kenda. Kenda surveying the court to the corner. Saucy now to Roy up top. Kleckner on him. Roy goes to the baseline, and it looks like we're going to get a foul by the Mustangs.
the Hebron offense looked a little out of whack. If you're going to run that pick and roll, and Hale passed out of it, Brenda underneath has got to hold the post, right? When he picked and rolled to the basket, he just kind of give up his position. He's got to hold his spot.
Trevor Roy on the wing all the way across to Sassi, who pulls the trigger, in and out. Rebound right there by Trumbo. Garvalia now. Gives it to Kleckner. Leading scorer for the Mustangs tonight. There's a three, and no good. Rebounded by Roy. Roy pushing the tempo. Drives inside, some contact, nothing called, but still able to hit the basket.
Yeah, Roy spent a lot of time in the first half on the bench, right? He was in foul trouble, so that's a nice move by him. Good to get him in the flow of the game.
Roy 2 fouls in that first quarter. Kleckner, mid-range 2, it's up, it's no good. You got Hale right there on the rebound, kicks it all the way to Roy. Roy's driving in quickly, slows it down a little bit. Now Hale with it up top. Hale drives to his right, pump fake, and in for two. It's too easy.
He had that right away. If he would have just caught it and swept, and he still would have got the same thing. But
sold that pump fake move like a pro.
It's just good spacing there by the Hawks.
And a quick timeout by the Kouts Mustangs. We'll stay here, 40-26. The Hawks lead, and there's been no answer for Landon Hale tonight. Everything has seemed to be easy for him. The three-pointers, the twos when he drives inside. No one's really had an answer for him tonight, and that could be the size, but also the quickness.
Yeah, he's good. And he makes good decisions with the ball. Yeah. He's pretty efficient. I don't know. He's got very few turnovers, if any, right now. He keeps the ball very close to his body, and he's probably got 6 or 8 rebounds to go along with it. So he's very heady. His mother, Courtney, was played at Valparaiso High School.
Okay.
And she was on the state runner-up team.
Wow.
They lost to Ben Davis back in the day. Speaking of Ben Davis, playing tomorrow against Crown Point. But
deja vu.
And then she went to St. Joe. I used to coach at Portage as an assistant, and she was just like her son here. She was a headache and trying to figure out how to guard her.
Out of the timeout.
Running the flex offense.
Wide open three out of the gate, and that one's in. A big-time make. Owen Garvalia.
Good patience there by Cal.
Swishes it down.
Good execution.
Yeah, especially right after that timeout. Kenda drives inside. He's going to be fouled. That's Trumbo on the contact. So that'll be, I believe, the third team foul by the Mustangs. That will send Josh Kenda to the line. Brothers Josh and Ben. You have Josh at 6'6", Ben at 6'7". I would like to know the height of their parents.
Josh is only a sophomore, and a lefty at that.
And makes the first free throw.
He's got nice touch.
I got some weird feeling his dad's got to be like 7 foot tall. Now you have two sons.
You look at the mom more than the dad for height, I think.
Both 6'6".
Yeah.
Over 6'6", I should say. And goes 2 for 2 from the line. And this was an all-around performance on that win on Tuesday night for the Hawks. At least 5 guys scoring 8 points. Double team right now. Kleckner just throws it away. And there's a steal. Trevor Roy, Euro step, and just out. But rebounded by the Hawks. Hale with it, and he's fouled by Kleckner.
That was too forced. That was too hurried there by Hebron.
Trevor Roy, he tried to put the Euro step in and just couldn't finish. Now that is the third team foul, so that last foul was the second team foul, this one the third.
Yeah, you got to maintain your spacing.
But a good hustle right there by Landon Hale not to watch the play from half court. Trevor Roy picked up his dribble. Sassi now with it, and there's a foul by Kleckner. And now you got to watch out for the fouls on Kleckner. They've been picking up a little bit here.
Well,
and we got a couple substitutions for the Hawks.
You got to continue to play defense with your feet. They've already got 4 fouls in this quarter. Yeah. They're shooting free throws all the rest of the way. So and he's got 4.
Overholt comes in as well as Eli Harper. This is the first time that Kleckner comes out of the game for the Mustangs.
Yeah, we'll see who can step up and score.
Yeah, who's going to be that true point guard now?
Who's going to fill that void?
Kouts.
Yeah.
All the way across, Trevor Roy off the screen of Hale. Hale, the Sassi on the wing to Kenda in the corner. Kenda to Roy to Hale. Hale drives to his left. A lot of passing right now, and
that's
offensive foul, illegal screen that might have been on Kenda, number 21, Josh Kenda.
Kind of cleared out a little bit. Again, that was just a weird spacing again. They kept going to that side of the floor. You got to swing it right, right, left, right, top, left.
So Josh Kenda will come out. That's going to allow Spencer Winsma for the Hawks to check in again. 42-29, about 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Overholt, mid-range 2. That one's good. 42-31 now. Roy inside the Landon Hale. Foul from behind. That was going to be charged Cade Spagna with that one, and that's 5 team fouls already with about 3:53 to go.
And that's the challenge. You're trying to, guarding any big guys when you're outsized, is you're trying to beat him down the floor. You're trying to pressure the ball, do all the little things you can before he gets the ball. And it's a challenge. It's an uphill climb.
And Hale misses the first free throw. Second missed free throw of the night. He went to the line on the first play of the game in that first quarter. He went 1 of 2 from the line in that attempt, so see if he repeats that. As Josh Kenda checks back in, Ben Kenda will be taken out, as well as Peter Sassi, and Aiden Balgren comes in. So Hale hits that one, so goes 1 of 2 from the line once again, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe overall, 43-31. And here's see how this Hawks offense looks without Kleckner. Garvalia with it. He's got an open shot. Able to knock that down. They're going to give it a three-pointer. Off the screen, he was open at top of the key. And there's an offensive foul on Josh Kenda.
Good defensive footwork.
That's the chicken wing right there, what they call it.
Yeah, he might have pushed off a little bit, but that's a good job there by the Kouts defense. They got it down below double digits here.
Happens, you get the ball down low. You don't really try to. You try to make a power move, but your arm sometimes will extend out. That's what happened to Kenda.
It was his fourth.
He sits back on the bench. Mustangs down by 9. Well, nice play, pick and roll, and finishes. That's Eli Harper.
Down to 7.
That's the pick and roll, the perfection right there. And there's Landon Hale to the pass. Kenda loses it. He's the last to touch it, and it's Mustang basketball. And a little bit of a momentum shift right now.
Yeah. Kouts is doing a good job of just getting deflections. They're disrupting things. They might not be getting stops, but they're getting disruptions that kind of messes up the rhythm of Hebron.
And this small run has started ever since Kleckner came out. Rosnowski mid-range 2. Just rattles out. An offensive rebound by the Mustangs. They're going to call that a jump ball, but the arrow faces the Hawks' way.
I think that the Hebron, they need to decide how they're guarding the ball screen. I don't know. I mean, they're trying to go over the top, and then Hale was laid out by I don't know if he's trying to draw the moving screen or what, but he's going over the top. But they're not hedging. They got to do something different there.
43-36. Winsma with the basketball. Trevor Roy now. Roy, Balgren inside to Landon Hale. Double team, and he's fouled right there. That's Eli Harper. Came from behind on the double team. That's going to allow Landon Hale to shoot free throws.
That was a great job by Harper. He was in the right spot. He did everything right until he reached forward. If he would have just stayed straight up, he would have been just fine. Great effort. Good feet.
Hale 2 of 4 from the line tonight. 2 of 5 from the line tonight. So in all 3 of his trips to the free throw line, he's missed the first free throw.
Yeah. You just got to slow down. Slow down your heart rate a little bit. Take a deep breath.
And makes the second. So 3 of 6 now from the line.
Those add up.
Garvalia with the basketball. Kleckner still on the bench. Wisnowski on the wing. Hale on him. An errant pass off of the Hawks. They'll stay with the Mustangs. They'll pass it out on the baseline. The Mustangs, they've been able to create a lot of open shots for them this half.
Yeah.
The first half has seemed a lot of forced shots, but this half, a lot of play calls being towards that, a lot of motion offense. There's a pass down the court. A nice move. Oh, it's ripped away. Garvalia. And there's Landon Hale with the steal. goes up and under and misses. And there's a foul by the Hawks. Over the back, number 20, Spencer Winsmo. Was a lot going on right there. But the ball back with the Mustangs.
Yeah. One thing you can say about Coach Suzanne and his teams is they're not going to quit, right? It's they're competing. Yeah. They were Hebron had a 3-on-2, 3-on-1 there, and they kept fighting.
We've seen that a couple of times tonight where the Hawks just haven't been able to finish at the rim, and Ryan Rosnowski finishes the floater, 44-38. Now it's only a 6-point game. Watch out. Winsma drives inside the pass. Out of bounds. It wasn't tipped by the Mustangs, and they will get the basketball. And the Hawks are going to call a timeout. The momentum has shifted towards the Mustangs. They feel pretty good. Just under 2 minutes here in the third period, 44-38. The Hawks lead. We'll stay here, but for the Mustangs, what have you seen from them this quarter that has allowed them to come back in this game?
Well, I think they've raised their defensive intensity, which led them to get into foul trouble. But it's also, like I said, it's disrupting Hebron in the flow of what they're trying to do. Hebron right now, they need to slow down and keep their spacing. They're getting clogged up, and they're kind of getting in their own way. Mm-hmm. They just need to slow down and remember their spacing and remember what got them the lead in the first half.
That's a good point, because for Hebron, now this quarter especially, we've seen a couple of times where they don't finish at the rim, and then they try to go for their own miss, and then it's an over-the-back call. So,
or you got numbers going the other way.
Yeah.
When you miss a layup or some kind of a layup down here, usually it's advantage for the other team going the other way because you're by the basket, and you probably had somebody with you. So
44-38, Mustangs basketball. We'll be interested to see when does Kleckner come back in the game, because, look, he's as impressive as it gets, but can't deny the fact that the Mustangs are playing better with him on the bench right now.
Yeah, right now. But he's still your guy.
Absolutely. And you don't want to get him in more foul trouble. I think if you're, the Mustangs, you want to ride this high.
I think
you want to ride the 5 out there.
Yeah, a little backdoor play.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Oh, they read it perfectly, but right to Harper. Right place, right time.
Yeah.
4-point game, 44-40. It's just been that type of quarter for the Mustangs. Landon Hale inside.
There you go.
And he's fouled. And this is where, if you're Landon Hale, you're one of the best players in the PCC. This might be takeover time for the senior.
Well, and he's got to finish. He's got to convert here.
He does.
Like we've been talking about. He's been going 50%.
Absolutely.
But not only does that get him to the free throw line, but it's also going to start weighing on foul trouble for Kouts.
And he misses the first free throw again. That's 4 trips where he's missed the first free throw.
Yeah, 50% from the line's not going to win you many contests.
4 of 8 from the line now he is, 45-40. And if you're Kouts, you like that because that's only a 1-point possession. Carvalho now with it. Inside to Overholt. Hands it off. Nowhere really to go. Now Carvalho back with it. Overholt for 3. He's got an open shot. No good. A little too much on that one. Trevor Roy speeding down the court. Running that baseline.
Where you going, buddy?
Out of bounds. A great play right there. It was Eli Harper.
Yeah, where are you going? There's nowhere to go.
It was a pass by Trevor Roy.
That's when you do your little retreat dribble. Yeah. Instead of forcing, you back out, reverse the ball with the pass.
It was a pass by Roy, and then Harper was able to tip it right back to him, and Roy was standing out of bounds.
Yeah, you're just very limited with what you can do down there.
So now under 30 seconds, 45-40, Overholt, and they're going to call a kickball violation. So it's going to stay with the Mustangs, 22.6. Might be holding it for the last shot here.
Yeah, because you get the ball coming out. The arrow's going Kouts' way, too.
And if they score, it's only a 1-possession game.
Yeah, you're sitting pretty nice.
Oh, he had a man wide open in the
Moving
corner.
Screen.
Illegal screen. That's probably why he was so wide open in the corner. And now Hebron has a chance for that last shot. They've had some problems, though. Kind of haven't been able to run the right plays in those. The first quarter, they turned it over. The second quarter, They didn't really get anything off. It was just a last-second shot.
Yeah.
We'll see if they get something going here. They got 20 seconds.
Like we said, that's something I sure Coach Grennis and his coaching staff will work on this week.
Yeah.
We used to have flip cards and say, okay, you're down 2, 10 seconds, whatever.
Trevor Roy drives inside. Floater, no good off the glass. Tips it, secured by Kouts. He's just going to throw it up, and it's going to be just short. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. But the Mustangs have made this one an interesting one. Hebron, they still lead 45-40. We'll take a break here, but stay tuned for our game night into PCC. It's setting up to be a good one here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
It's the start of the fourth quarter here, and a good one, 45-40 to Hawks lead, but it's been fun all night here for some PCC action. Kouts starts with the basketball, floater, 2, and right out of gate, Rosnowski scores, and it's a one-possession game.
Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but Hebron's going to have to decide how they're going to guard that ball screen. I don't like how they're guarding it right now. They're not doing either.
And the finish at the rim, Landon Hale. It was an offensive rebound by Kenda that extended that possession for the Hawks, 47-42. If the Hawks win,
there comes the ball screen.
Drives inside, and there's a travel.
You got to keep your dribble. Same thing the Hebron kid did down here. You got to maintain your dribble, retreat dribble, pull back, and reverse the ball with the pass.
If Hebron wins tonight, they've got some luggage with them. They've got a keg coming home with them.
There'll be a lot of pictures of that tonight.
But they still got to win this game, only up by 5. Trevor Roy now with it, driving inside, mid-range 2, no good, a little too much on that one. Garvalia pushing the pace up the court. Moves to his left, a quick one, and he's fouled from behind.
Yep.
I don't know if that's on Josh Kenda or Trevor Roy. If that's Josh Kenda, he's already in some deep foul trouble.
It looked like 21. Yeah, he's at 4 now.
Yep, that's his 4th.
Yeah, good call. Down here, though, again, Hebron's got it. That was a 4 shot.
Yeah.
You can get that shot anytime. You have the lead. Get a shot by the person that you want to take the shot. And again, that's just difference between a good shot and a great shot.
So Josh Kenda comes out. And there's steal right there. Driving is Landon Hale. We haven't really heard much of Hale in that third quarter besides the free throws. Driving inside, and there's a foul. No shot. It's on the ground. That's going to go against number 54, Eli Harper. It was Ben Kenda who had the basketball when that foul occurred. There'll be a pass outside the baseline.
And these fouls really adding up for Kouts.
Yeah. Kleckner still not in the game. All the way up top. Baugren with it. Baugren to Saucy. Trevor Roy driving inside. That one swatted away off the pass attempt. Rosnowski now sprinting towards the hoop. Landon Hale on him, throws it up. He's going to be fouled. 2 free throw shots.
Yeah, a couple little nice head fakes. Got Hale up in the air. Good discipline there by...
Yeah, and give credit to Kouts. One thing I've noticed in the second half, active hands in the passing lanes.
That's what I was saying. They're getting deflections, you know. Just getting tips.
First free throw, no good. Both teams having the free throw jitters tonight.
The dreaded free throws. Free throw practice tomorrow morning.
He's able to hit one, though. 47-43. And they're right away. Ben Kenda at the rim and finishes. Pushing the tempo. Caught Kouts off guard. 49-43. Garvalia thought about it. Rosnowski open for three.
Wow.
Knocks it down. Big time Trey. 49-46. And there's another active hands out of bounds still with the Hawks.
This guy's got to fake a pass, make a pass, Jack.
You know, we said who's going to step up in the second half if it's not Kleckner. Ryan Rosnowski has had himself one second half to remember.
Yeah. I'm impressed with Kouts hanging around here.
Got aggressive there. Landon Hale tried to pass it up. It's stolen.
Bounce pass. Look at the bounce pass.
Misses, but right there can't finish at the rim. That's Eli Harper. Trevor Roy up top. Three for the Hawks. Nothing but nylon. Peter Sassi. And what a game we have right now. 52-46. It looks like we might have a foul right here on the Hawks. But what a turnaround of events. You have a couple of wide open shots down low for Kouts. He missed them both. And on the other end, Peter Sassi hits the tray.
It's a 5-point swing, right?
Into the corner.
He's out of bounds.
Rosnowski steps out of bounds. A turnover by the Mustangs. Hebron's basketball. And we'll see how much that swing comes into effect. 6-point game. Balgren driving inside to Kenda. Inside, he can't finish. A good box out right there by Jesse Overholt. Garvalia now with it.
I thought it was a good contest there by Harper. He straight up, didn't foul.
Up top, there is Harper with the basketball. Back to Garvalia on the wing. Moves to his left, hands it off. Rosnowski off the screen to Harper. Loses it. Stolen. Trevor Roy now with it. Euro step. Lay in. No good. And there is no good as well. You had Landon Hale right at the rim. Could not finish.
Maybe a little fatigue. I don't know if Hale's come out of the game yet.
He has not come out of the game yet.
So a little tired.
Garvalia driving inside. The mid-range, no good. Rebound secured by Ben Kenda. Now Trevor Roy with it. Across mid-range two for Sassi. And what a impact he's had in the past couple of minutes. It's been a 5-0 personal run for Peter Sassi. A timeout by the Mustangs. Hebron leads 54-46. About 4:27 to go. We'll take a 30-second break here as it's our game night in the PCC on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
How far would you go to relive another Friday night under the lights? Well, lucky for you, you don't need to go that far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, the heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Friday Night Lights so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Back here, it's been a good one at Kouts High School, 54-46. The Hebron Hawks lead. Remember to stay tuned after the game. We'll name our Crowd Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game, our Boilermakers Local 374 blue collar player of the game, and our IKORCC Proud Union home play of the game. And Kleckner checks back in. He's had a long rest on the bench. Definitely going to need him down this stretch. Down by 8. It's been a 5-0 run by the Hawks. A 5-0 run by Sassi. He's been huge. And Kleckner looks like he got fouled from behind.
Little hand check. as he was penetrating.
Yeah. That's the 14th foul by the Hawks.
So Kouts is in the bonus the rest of the way.
Fouls are piling up a little bit.
Yeah. Like we said, it evens out.
It does.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but it does.
Well, there's Kleckner, loses the handle, and it's out of bounds. That's the second time in the past 2 minutes we've seen an errant pass on that side.
In that corner.
Yeah. And this is a chance for Hebron to really put this game out of reach and kind of put the nail in the coffin, just because I don't know how many times you expect to turn over the basketball and have chances.
You can see their offense is setting up higher.
Yeah.
Getting a little more spaced out. But
Saucy loses it. Who's it off of? It's off the Mustangs. It stays with Hebron.
Yeah, if you're going to, like we've been talking about earlier, if you come off that ball screen, you can't dribble one time and pick it up. There's defense there. Pull it out, move the ball around, stay patient.
Although Landon Hale is, arguably the best player in this team, it's really been Peter Saucy in this quarter. That big-time three and then the mid-range two right before the break. Hale with it up top, pressing him, trying to get the basketball. Balgren now. Balgren, nice little move right there. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout by Hebron. A quick one as they're running the play. I must not have liked something out there. Which play they were running?
Yeah, they're getting a little high. They're almost getting too high. You still want to run and look to score. You're not totally going stall here. You're looking to score still, and it's there. You just got your perimeters farther away from the rim. A little backdoor. Some will be open backdoor, a little pick and roll. But you just got to be patient. Again, we talked about it earlier. You want to pass up a good shot for a great shot right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to totally stall here for 3 minutes.
And with no shot clock in high school basketball, you're able to work the ball a little bit more around, the court as you would and compare it to like college or the NBA. So it also gives you that liberty of maybe just running offense to where you're not, your first option is to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Make Kouts foul you.
Right.
Although they would need 4 more fouls to get them in the bonus, so a lot of fouls to give. Pass it out here on the baseline. It'll be Trevor Roy passing it out. Oh, he has Saucy wide open in the corner, but he'll go to Balgren up top to Landon Hale. Hale to Saucy. Back to Hale. Hale off the screen of Kenda to Balgren, who drives inside. He lost it and secured by the Mustangs. They do have numbers right now.
Oh.
And he loses it, able to get it back. Rosnowski now in the corner. Kleckner trying to make some moves. The point guard for 3. It's up. It's good. Lucas Kleckner. Big time shot by the sophomore guard. 54-49.
He's the one guy you can't let him beat you. Good curl.
And
good
there's
curl
Landon
cut.
Hale. Drives inside. Count the basket. A chance to complete a 3-point play.
Nice curl cut there. Good pass. Good movement without the ball. But if you're Hebron, you got to know where Kleckner's at right now. You want to go get a guy and say, don't leave him. Here he goes. Coach Grennis and his staff is getting him over there. But you just can't leave him.
Although basketball is a team sport, as Hale misses the free throw, this is the time when you do call Hale's name in these late game situations. 3, Garvalia, no good, front iron, offensive rebound, drives inside, right to Harper,
nice roll.
And that one's good. A great pass and a great finish. 56-51, under 2:30 to go. The Mustangs, they need a stop right here. Trevor Roy, Balgren now with it on the corner, back up top. Trevor Roy's going to take it back out, take his time.
Get the ball out of the corner.
Almost too high right there for Roy. Good jump, and they're just wasting time off the clock right now, under 2 minutes to go. Balgren with the basketball. Drives inside, off the glass, and in.
That's a big-time drive.
Yeah. The 5'9" junior taking it in himself, 58-51.
Yeah, you make it a 3-possession game there. That was a big-time shot. He's been struggling so far tonight.
Drives inside. Kleckner's fouled. Oh, he almost completed a shot, but I don't think it would have counted. I think that foul was going to be on the ground.
But he's still shooting too.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
That's the 16th foul by the Hawks. 1:40 to go. The Hawks, they've been able to make those stops when needed. You need the Mustangs to make those stops when needed.
Without fouling.
That's the first one. Ice cold.
Kouts has a couple fouls to give.
Yeah, they do. They have 3.
So they can press a little bit, maybe trap a little bit.
I'll tell you this, Lucas Kleckner, poise this kid has as a sophomore. And he hits that one off the front iron, no good. Makes one free throw, and now you got a foul. Now you got to kind of get those going. Landon Hale, there's contact, and there's a foul. That one's on the Hawks. Hale and Harper collided. Hale was a little slow getting up. He seems to be all right. Kouts secured the ball, and then they got fouled. They'll be going to the line for 2 shots.
He got 2. That was his 5th foul.
I believe that's Josh Kenda or Trevor Roy. It's one of them. And the Boo Birds from Hebron's faithful are coming out right now. Yeah, I believe that might have been Trevor Roy. He's standing right now with the head coach.
Yeah.
Kind of talking over things. That might have been on him. But 2 free throws for the Mustangs.
Right. Again, I think that was just 2 big bodies running into each other. I mean, what do you call?
It was, I mean.
It might have been a block. I mean, it wasn't a charge. That's one thing it wasn't because the defense was moving, and I know.
No, it's a good point. It's something, it's bang, bang.
Yeah. I mean.
It's really hard to make a call because it could go either way.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Wisnowski, he's had himself a huge second half. Big free throws coming up for the 5'11 junior. Down by 6, 1:23 to go. And this is the first free throw. You got to have those.
Yeah, you got to score when the clock stopped. Get something out of these possessions.
Makes the second. So able to get one, 58-53, a little bit of a press right now by the Mustangs. Going to have to start fouling pretty soon. Nothing there. Goes up. No good. Offensive rebound by Kenda. Back to Hale up top, and there's a foul. That one's going to go against, I believe, Caden Spagna.
But yeah, that's not a good shot if you're Hebron. That was a contested layup.
Yeah, that was Aiden Balgren. We saw him do that same play a couple minutes ago. So 3rd team foul, 2 more to go.
You want to make Kouts come out and foul you now.
Balgren, double team. Hale drives inside, finishes it. And when you start to double team guys, a guy like Landon Hale is going to be wide open.
Yep.
Overholt, the Kleckner. Kleckner now trying to find something. Rosnowski now. Garvala, no good. Josh Kenda there for the rebound. Gives it to Balgren. No foul yet. Baugen to Kenda. The Sassi. And there's a foul right there. That's the 14th foul. Looks like Ryan Rosnowski will be charged with the foul. 34.7 to go. Hebron Hawks lead 60-53.
Again, Kouts, if you're Kouts, you got to foul right away at this point.
Balgren wide
him.
open. No foul yet.
Not your shooter.
Got a wide open Sassi. Sassi fouled right there, and he will go to the line. And you almost has feel if he makes both of these, that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it might be. It might be already a 7-point lead here, but a great effort by Kouts. I was really impressed by Kouts tonight and their guards and their ability to be disruptive, especially in the second half on Hebron, on the defensive end.
Makes the first free throw. I think if you look at this game on paper, you wouldn't think it would have been this close of a game, how it looked on paper.
Not going in. Now that we know a little bit about both teams, I think both teams can play much better.
Absolutely.
I think they'll look at this film and get better from it.
Sassi makes the second free throw. 62-53. Spencer Winsma checks out. Kouts, if they want any chance, they're going to need a three-pointer.
Don't foul.
Kleckner, step back, trying to make some moves. Really nowhere to go. Rosnowski, block, and it's Landon Hale. And there's Sassi, loses the basketball. Out on Kouts. Hebron basketball.
Again, you talk about it. I mean, it's a game in November. Look at the crowd. I mean, you tell me this game doesn't mean anything. I know they're playing for the keg, but
absolutely.
We've talked about this conference, and just.
I mean, this is a conference where, records do mean something, but not as much as the heart and the hustle out there on the court is.
There's he's got his fifth foul.
Balgren now will head to the line. Let the Hebron student section get their last chance in here.
Yeah. Jack, real quick, I want to say something about the PCC and us being here. And we're very fortunate to be able to work with the Porter County Conference.
Absolutely.
Where the gym's named after Coach Marty Gaff, who was here forever. This conference is made up of great people. And Matt knows this, and he's been around the league forever.
Yeah.
But you have Keith Noost over at the scores table. He's been a lifer. He keeps stats since like the 70s, right, Matt? I don't know exactly when, but he's got like of all the Porter County teams stats of like boys and girls baseball he did, softball, and basketball, of course. Yeah, the baseball field's named after him. Just great people. So we're very fortunate to be working with this conference, and it's going to be an exciting year.
Absolutely. Not a better way to kick off the basketball season.
Yeah, and the assistant coaches, a lot of guys, Coach Duzan's kids who played for him are on the bench. You got, with Coach Grennis, you got his son, and you also got Matt McKay, who was a longtime Boone Grove head coach. So it's just about the people, great people in this league.
That's going to do it here. The Keg is going with the Hawks.
They will exchange hands here shortly.
Hebron will take that Keg, take some pictures, ride with it on the bus, paint it a little bit.
Paint job tonight.
They already got the Keg. I see some of the cheerleaders already holding the Keg right now. There's the Keg making its way to the student section. Only in the PCC.
I tell you, it's you can't. If you're a fan of Indiana basketball, you've got to find a way to make it to a game.
There it is.
And it's made up of great gyms. You know, Matt, where you're at down in Tri-Township now, the lacrosse gym, the Westfield gym's unbelievable. Morgan Township, that gym is just electric when it's full, and it's a fun place to be on a Friday night.
Absolutely, and there's a target on Hebron's back now. They got the Keg.
That's a big deal.
You know, and we'll see how long they can secure it. Let's do our RSN Award winners now. It's time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. They have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. It's the guy who we're going to talk about all season long for these Hebron Hawks. Number 33, Landon Hale.
Landon Hale is unbelievable, inside-outside dual threat. He's going to be a handful for the defense all year long, like you mentioned. He can score inside, score outside. Double tonight, I'm sure. Took care of the basketball. Going to have to work on those free throws a little bit, but he's our superhero of the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. A big congratulations to him. Now time to name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers 374. Earn while with the Boilermakers 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more. Local374.org. It's going to go to Lucas Kleckner. Sophomore guard. He's the smallest kid on the court. The way he was able to create open shots, drive inside, and really keep Kouts in this game.
Yeah. He's going to be a monster for Kouts. He's going to have a really nice year in this conference, and he's going to be fun to watch and fun to see him get better as he moves on. But his range starts when he gets in the gym, right? And he's got the green light.
Yeah.
He's going to have some big nights this year.
Yeah, big congratulations to Lucas Kleckner. Really going to be excited to watch him play throughout the year. Now time to name the proud Union home play of the game presented by IKORCC. the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters, where you build your future. Learn more at ikorcc.com. We're going to go to that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Saucy. It was, I believe,
it was 5:40 left in the fourth.
Yep.
We're thinking the same thing. Kouts didn't finish on their end. Sauchi got a transition 3 on this end, and it was a big swing at the time.
It was where Eli Harper missed a wide open 2.
Yeah.
They flipped it. I believe it was a 3-point game. Saucy hits the 3, and since Saucy hit that 3, it was all Hebron.
Yeah, after that, and to that point, Kouts had a shot. I mean, that would have been a big 2 points. But Sauchi, who was clutch all night, had a nice touch around the rim and took care of the basketball, and great shot from the outside.
Yeah.
So, that's our play of the night.
Yeah, congratulations. Our proud Union home play of the game presented by IKOR CC. A big thank you to our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our coordinating producer, Zach Miller, who's also in our studio tonight. A big thank you to him for all his help. A big thank you to you, Doug. Matt, for producing today's live stream. Zach Zanelli on the camera. Both coaches done a great job giving us stats and really keeping us up to date with their teams. And both athletic directors. For Hebron, Todd Adamczyk, I know if I pronounced that wrong, I apologize. And for Kouts, Joe Wagner. A big thank you for them. They were able to allow us to do this game tonight and kick off the Region Sports basketball coverage in the PCC. And a big thank you to all you viewers on Facebook.com/Region Sports, YouTube.com/Region Sports, and RegionSports.com. Well, hey, if you like this one, we got a good one tomorrow night. Ben Davis, Crown Point 6A State Championship will be live from Lucas Oil Stadium at 5:30 p.m. Make sure to tune in on our Facebook and YouTube pages. It's going to be an audio-only broadcast, but that's going to be a good one. But a great way to kick off the basketball season for game night in the PCC. For Zach, for Matt, and Doug, I'm Jack Fields. You're watching this on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.